Hi, everybody. Queen Crystal King in the building. I hope you had a great day and an even better night. Welcome to another episode of The Day After Sunday, Anything But Monday. My day after Sunday was painful. The last couple of days has been painful. Excuse me. Many years ago, I herniated a disc when I was working, and it was like one of those big industrial mops over there to uh, the Port Authority in Camden. And wow, I mean, swishing that mop around was rough. And then one day, I hurt my back and I couldn't understand why I couldn't sit down. And when I stood up, it was uncomfortable. So, come to find out, I had herniated a disc. And every now and then in that area, it kind of acts up. It tends to radiate. It'll start in the back, and then I'll feel it in my neck going down to my back, and from my back down my leg. So the left side is not really working that great. So I had to take some precautions for that, and it kind of threw my schedule off a little bit because there were a few things I had wanted to do, and I was unable to. But for the most part, I'm here. I'm still doing what I need to do on a daily basis. Watched a couple YouTube videos. I watched a couple Netflix videos. But right now, what I'm doing is I'm chilling with some Alfred Hitchcock. I really love Alfred Hitchcock. So on the app, on the app Peacock, that's what I've been watching Alfred Hitchcock on. And I thought I saw every one of Alfred Hitchcock's movies, but I guess I didn't because, wow, there was quite a few that I missed. And I had wanted to go to the VIP because we were supposed to be talking about movies that we had watched. And the movie I was going to talk about was The Bad Seed with Patty McCormick. This is an older movie, black and white movie. It's about a mother, her husband, and a little girl. Little blonde haired girl, two ponytails, just an average little girl. And, they keep her dressed all cute with her little crinoline dresses and socks and stuff, and she skips around. Hello, mother. I love you, mother. You're just the prettiest mother. I love you so much. And I'm telling you, this little girl is the demon spawn. Seriously. Hey, Watermelon Sugar. Thank you for stopping by. So, this movie, the little girl, she was at a picnic at her school, and she saw that a little boy had a spelling bee medal, and she felt as though she should have had that medal. So she was eyeing it, and she asked him, could he let her see it? He didn't want to, and she followed him around and followed him around, and the next thing you know, the little boy was found dead, and nobody knew what happened to him, but he had these crescent shaped marks on his forehead and his hands. So they're telling the parents and stuff. They told the little girl's mom that, what happened at the school and why the police was there. And she tells her daughter, like, are you okay? Basically, like, what happened at school was really traumatic. You want to talk to me about it? Pretty much is what she was trying to say. And the little girl's like, no, why should I worry? He's the one that's dead, not I. And I was like, what? So come to find out, this little girl has been causing havoc at that school quite a bit. The mother just didn't know how much. So you got people going around asking questions and stuff, did anybody see what happened? The kids were not supposed to be over in that certain spot. I don't know why he was over there. And there's a lady upstairs named Monica, and she spoils this little girl beyond spoiled. And she's a sneaky little thing. But of course Monica was doing what she's doing, spoiling her, and the mom is like, no, you don't have to do all that. She's fine. And we also have a maintenance worker named Leroy, and he works the grounds and things. So he's always teasing and picking at the little girl, and she just looks at him all evil. And he was picking with her about the little boy that died at the school. And he was accusing her of doing it, but he couldn't prove it. So the lady, her husband, I believe he was away. He was some type of military something. And the little girl was just acting really odd. Come to find out, the little girl was the one that killed the little boy. And the mother of the little boy, she was a hairdresser in the town, and she was just so upset and crying and drunk. And she was like, I really want to talk to her. Can I talk to her? What did he say? Or, I pinned that medal on him real good. And where's his medal? Does anybody know where his medal is? I tell you, the little girl, of course, she played innocent, like butter wouldn't melt in her mouth. Eventually, the mom started peeping how sneaky she really was. So, long story short, the school, the person that works at the school, they don't even want the little girl back. They don't even want her back. It's just certain ways that she plays with the kids and different stuff. She's just very sneaky, and she lies. So, hold on, babe. Okay, so we get to the part now where everyone's asking questions. Everybody's trying to find out what happened with this little boy. And the little girl's just skipping around like nothing happened. And before you know it, she's into some more drama. She's doing some more stuff. But the main one that's got their eye on her is Leroy. So when the mom realized that it was the little girl who killed the little boy, she was like, it just really, wow. I mean, she just couldn't imagine something like that. But the behaviors that the little girl displayed was really starting to add up to, yeah, she's the one that did it. So Leroy said, how come your shoes don't click no more? Them little click clicks on your shoes. And then he said, how'd you do it? How'd you kill him? And then he was just saying, he said, oh, you killed him with them shoes, huh? You killed him with the shoes. And she did. She did. She marked up his hands and his head with the little crescent parts on her shoes because, you know, I don't know what you call it, but there's like a type of thing that you put on your shoe so it doesn't wear down in a certain spot. Well, the mother told her to hide the shoes, hide the shoes. So she puts the shoes in the incinerator. Leroy finds the shoes. Get me back my shoes, Leroy. Get me back them shoes. He said, I was just kidding with you at first. You really did do it. You really did kill him with these shoes. She went and told her mom that Leroy had the shoes. Next thing you know, started smelling smoke. She was over there by matches, and her mom said, put those back, She put them back, but the mom didn't realize that she had kept a couple. She actually went to the incinerator where the guy Leroy he takes breaks and goes to sleep on what is it called? I'm not sure what it was called that he sleeps on, but he took those matches and she lit them and she threw them in that incinerator, and you could hear that man screaming clear across town. She burnt that man alive. When the mom realized that she did that, she's like, oh my God, I need to talk to my dad to see what's going on, because the little girl was adopted. So a what? A cot? No, not a cot. It's asbestos or something. It's the something fluffy in there that he puts down there and he lays on it. So the dad was saying, I think somebody was writing a murder mystery, and she was saying, could a child be a murderer? Like, you know, um, basically she was trying to get in her head, could she really do these type of things? And yeah, she did them all right, but the mom looked like she was going crazy, and the little girl, something like that, yeah. And the little girl was just walking around, I have the prettiest mother. I have the best mother. What would you give me for a basket of kisses? A basket of hugs. And I mean, she played that butter wouldn't melt in my mouth through the whole picture. Come to find out, yeah, no. The mother was adopted. The little girl, she did have the little girl, but the mother was adopted. So the father was telling her the story because she kept having dreams and she kept seeing the name Danker, and she didn't know what that was. So the father had to end up telling her that when she was little, because the father was a policeman, when she was little, they found her out there by herself, and her family had got killed. Well, the Danker lady was a very evil person, and they're believing that however the mother was, it transferred into her. And when she had the baby, it transferred to her. And it's like the little girl, she had no feelings, no conscience. She was just void. And it was the oddest thing. So hold on, let me get something to drink. So as the show goes on, the little girl's behavior is getting odder and odder and odder. So back to what I said, the mother's father saw her and they picked her up, and what happened was he adopted her, but the mother didn't know she was adopted. So when she found out her family tree, the family gene, that she was the child of a murderer, and now her daughter is going around murdering people, she just felt like, I don't want nobody to hurt her. I don't want nobody, to come and get her or take her away or something like that. So fast forward, the mother of the little boy firmly believes that she knows something. She knows something, and she wants to know what she knows. And the mother is totally falling apart. That was her only child. Well, the mother of the daughter, she had had enough, and she tried to kill the daughter and told her that she was taking new vitamins. So she got her favorite juice to take the vitamins with, and she started reading to her and stuff. And what she had wanted to do was kill the little girl, but where she wouldn't be in pain and nobody would hurt her. And then after she did that, she took the gun and she turned it on herself. Come to find out, the little girl lived. She's skipping around the hospital, and the mother, her head is all wrapped up where she shot herself in the head, but she didn't die either. That was a crazy movie. That was a really crazy movie. Nobody suspected her. Oh no, they did suspect her. The mother of the little boy suspected her. But the movie is called Bad Seed. And I don't want to say too much just in case you might want to watch it. But this little girl was like, I love you. I'm such a. What was the name of it again? It's called The Bad Seed. Like a seed, how you plant flowers. The Bad Seed. And you could put in there starring Patty McCormick. That's the name of the little girl. Yes, that's it. Um, Girl, once you start watching this movie, you can't look away. And I don't really want to tell it all, but as you watch it, I'm going to look it up and watch it. Yeah, as you watch it, oh man, I wanted to take that little girl and just whoop her tail. But the little girl was like void of feelings, like she just did stuff and had no fear of the consequences or whatever. But very interesting. I watched it a long time ago, and I have the actually have the CD of it. It was yeah, you should watch it. You should watch it. Another thing yesterday, Boss Lady had turned me on to the Soul Train channel on YouTube, and they had the stars that were singing their songs live to the music. Like they were sitting in their living room or, something like that. And, it was like a whole bunch of stars, and they sang little snippets of their song. And I'm telling you, they had Patti LaBelle, Cameo, Tamia, uh, Music Soul Child. Who else was it? Oh, it was so many. About Vanessa Williams, I remember seeing her. Uh, it was just so many of them. But it's the Soul Train channel that's on YouTube, and it was lit. It was lit. Even if let me see, what did they have today? Today they were talking about James Brown and how he was the godfather of soul. And basically, James Brown was one of those ones that changed music as we know it, you know? Like Motown was a very important part of music. And so was James Brown, you know? That was really good. I'm glad she turned me on to that. And just a suggestion, that is an awesome, awesome, awesome channel. And I'm glad that they decided to bring it to YouTube. And the chat was lit, and we were just singing and dancing, and it was awesome. It just really lifted me up out of a space. But right now I'm just dealing with my left side not working so well. I wanted to hang out with you guys so bad. I was really hurting. And I was going to text you and, let you know what was going on. But I did end up letting you know something toward the end of the night. I didn't want you to be worried. That, I'm telling you, it's worth it. It's really, really, truly worth it. Check that out. I loved it. And I also did some stand-up comedy. Oh, it's okay. I don't want you to be in pain. Yeah, sometimes I am, sweetie, and it's just nothing I can do about it. The medicine that they were giving me for pain, it stopped working. So I had to take this other medicine like every 4 hours, and I was just very drowsy, and I was still hurting, and I just needed to be still. I'm debating as to whether I want to continue with my own channel or not, because like this is November will be 6 months that since I had my surgery, and I'm doing well. It's just those days. It's just those days where that pain sets in. It's just a real deep, deep, deep down to your bone pain. They actually call it bone pain. And I've been having a lot of bone pain. So I gotta put that stuff on there and lay on the heating pad. And once I find a position, I don't want to move. I don't want to move. I don't want to do anything once I find a good position. But I will go back and watch, and I didn't get a chance to see the video y'all made yet. But I just want to thank you, for all the help that you give, when you come up on the StreamYard and all those things. I really appreciate that. I mean, you're a person that I can vouch for. There are not many people that I can vouch for, but you're one of those people that I can vouch for. Also, that Jessica Rabbit look that you sent me, girl, that was everything. That was everything. It was beautiful. Was that the look that you did over on in the VIP? I loved it. I truly loved it. It's like you can tell, like when you're doing your makeup and stuff, you can tell that A, you know what you're doing, and B, you do it so effortlessly. Like the final look looks like you went and got your face done by somebody else. And I've seen people do nice makeup before and they do their own makeup, but girl, you did your thing on that look. I did that look while I was waiting for her to watch her episodes. Okay, okay. You guys are doing a Squid Game thing. I haven't watched it yet. Hmm. I haven't watched it yet, but I know that she was like really excited about it. The way she was describing it to me was like it was Hunger Games on steroids. Hunger Games was crazy too. Oh my God, they were just out there fighting to the death just so they can eat. And whew, that Hunger Games was crazy. That, whew. But she said that she never saw Hunger Games. So when I had put in the comments section that Squid Games was like Hunger Games on steroids, she was, she hadn't yet seen it. But you know, all those booby traps and stuff, and basically it's kill or be killed. And you have your family back home, they're starving, you know, trying to get food. And they pick these people, they pick these young people, and they ended up picking the girl's youngest sister. And she stepped in front of her and said she would do it. Oh my gosh. Oh, it was like never a dull moment. Never a dull moment. For people to sit and watch, you know, watch individuals hunt each other down was just crazy. I believe that the people who were running the games and stuff, see, they love watching other people do that stuff. But if they was to have to go down there themselves, they never make it. I mean, these kids were beating all odds. But I was so sad when the little black girl, when she died, I was so sad, so hurt. And she was really good. And they, for her little body, they put her little flowers around and made it look real pretty. But oh, that was heartbreaking to think that you would have to go out and do those type of things just so your family can eat. Wow. There were some really rich, crazy, eccentric people that are sitting and watching these games. But like I said, they could never do what those kids did. They can never do it. They could never do it. So I think it was the Hunger Games. Then it was the Hunger Games to Kill a Mockingbird. And I don't know whether they did a third one or not. But shoot, that was crazy. Once I started watching it, it was very hard to stop because I wanted to see what happened at the end. So, are you watching Squid Games along with her? And that's what you guys, you know, do commentary on it based on what you saw and how the show is going? I mean, the episodes. So she was really excited about that, but man, I'm gonna watch it, but I have a feeling, to me, I don't know. I have watched it all before she oh, okay. She was catching up. Okay, okay. I'm gonna watch it, but like I said, it reminds me so much of Hunger Games. The title in itself, Hunger Games. People are hungry. And the boy that she ended up teaming up with, his dad owned a bakery. I didn't want to spoil it for her, so she went and watched it, and then we talked about, yeah, yeah, that's cool. That's cool. That was nice of you. But yeah, I'll most likely I'll watch it. Otherwise, how was your day, Sweet Pea? All my little smiley face babies over there that you get to love on every day, how are they? And I know Mister's out there doing what he got to do. I'm proud of him for that. Oh, you so tired. I know. I know. I know, baby. The babies are good. The husband's good. Great. Great. That's fantastic. Um, someone in my family had I'm going to be vague with the details, but someone in my family had caught COVID and pneumonia, and my mom was assisting them, you know, going to the hospital and all that. They made quite a few trips, and the person had got a bunch of negative results, but when they went to another hospital, it was positive. They said that it was pneumonia and COVID. So she's a younger person. I don't think she's 30 yet. And my mom's a nurse. You know, she was helping her, take care of her. My mom is fully vaccinated. And after she got done taking care of her, she went and got her COVID test. And my mom's COVID test is negative. So I'm glad of that. You know, she protects herself. She protects herself very well, you know, but then again, she's fully vaccinated. So she loves going to church, and she didn't want to take a chance on going to church and possibly, you know, passing something on to someone. She wanted to be tested, and thank God it's negative. So, but the other person, she's still doing what she has to do to get better. But you know, young people, as soon as they start to feel better, it's like, where are you going? What are you doing? Where are you going? But I didn't get no phone calls, so everything must be going well. Yes, I appreciate all prayers. You know, when people say, I'm praying for you, that's a good thing. But then you have people that pray bad prayers. So I say to, you know, the Lord, whatever blessings and whatever prayers I'm supposed to receive, I trust that you will make sure I receive them. If it's someone or something that means me no good, that wants to bring harm to me, you will make sure that I don't receive them. So I receive that from you because I believe that, you know, you genuinely want the best. I haven't really been doing a lot on my channel because I don't know, YouTube, I guess where I am is it's not fun. I like having fun. And when I hang out, you know, with you guys and stuff, I have fun. But like putting things on my channel and stuff, I slowed up with that a lot. I think the video before this one, what you're hearing is my notifications. The video before this one, it had been almost 2 weeks, but I know that I need to come and I need to check in and let everyone know that I'm okay. I appreciate that very much. You know, all the well wishes and stuff, but by myself, it's very hard and it's very taxing. And even with one person in the chat, you're engaging with me. When the chat doesn't engage with you, it makes the content creator, it puts them in a position where they have to pull the whole show. And it's just starting to get difficult for me. I don't, at first, I was just going to delete the channel, but I I'm more so now leaning towards not deleting it, but it hasn't totally it hasn't totally left my mind. Um, I want to continue with the update with my journey, and I pray to God that I was able to reach someone, maybe someone who was thinking about what I've already been through, hopefully I can share something with them that will ease their pain or to settle their mind and their heart. Basically, what they told me is that this is something that I may live with. Because the particles are so small. Hi, Regina. Because the particles are so small, they told me that this is something that I'll probably have to live with. Um, I'm only on half a dose, which is 100 milligrams. And the last time I talked to the doctor, she told me that my numbers were rising, meaning that the numbers where they measure the cancer is starting to get worse. So I have to get a lot, a lot of rest. And I almost feel like I'm dragging people. I don't want to drag nobody where I am, but I also want to hang out and do stuff. So I try to push it. But when it comes to this channel, like I just get tired. I don't feel like I did when I first started. And I know that that means that I need to put in more work. But I don't know if you guys completely understand or not. But when you take these type of medicines every single day, it wears on you. It does, it wears on you. So when I hang out with, VIPs, when I hang out with them, it takes my mind off of my pain. It takes my mind off of, you know, what could happen, what could possibly happen, and what has happened. I want to be, I want to leave something with my subscribers that they can use. I don't want to be over here bringing a bunch of drama and stuff like that. Every now and then you might have to get somebody together. It is what it is. But for me, it's so exhausting. Don't push yourself. I'd rather be able to talk to you and not have to watch these videos to hear your voice. Okay. Ooh. My family is like, they're really proud of me, for doing the things that I'm doing on my channel. And I don't really have a lot of support. So that's why it kind of feels like, why am I even doing this? It's defeating the purpose. But it really is not defeating the purpose. I'm talking, I'm venting. I have a place to vent that is my own. And I can talk about whatever it is I want to talk about. But the main thing is, I want to leave my subscribers or anyone else who's listening, I want to leave them with hope. But sometimes I don't feel hope for myself because it gets very overwhelming, very overwhelming. Some days I feel like I'm on top of the world. As soon as I stand up, my left side says, sit down. Where do you think you're going? So I'm like, wow. What is this? Crystal, you are very much appreciated. Please don't get rid of your channel. Your health vlog is helping someone. Just keep focused, sweetie, and we are here. Don't worry about the rest. That's a beautiful thing to say, Regina, and I appreciate it. I receive it. You are one of those type of people who, in just a few words, you sum up everything, you explain everything, and you do it all effortlessly. And I appreciate that. Sometimes I just want to say, well, I'm not going to anybody's chat. I'm not dropping down in no chat. I'm just going to stay in the skybox. And basically, that's what I've been doing, staying in the skybox. But some things are just so toxic. It's just toxic. And it's so important for me to be stress free because stress makes my numbers rise as well. Worrying, uh, working out bills and how you want your apartment and being there for my sons and being there for my grandkids. And I use a rolling walker now. So there are some people who they're scared to ask me why I need a walker. But when I come out with the walker, they look like, wow, I wonder what happened to her. You know, well, just keep wondering. If you ask me, I'll tell you. Just keep wondering. Hey, my girl with a chocolate swirl. Yeah. I mean, all you got to do is ask me. So I spend a lot of time to myself, which I enjoy spending time by myself. I'm not one of those people who has to have someone by her side in order to feel complete. I really enjoy being to myself. Um, I was saying earlier, boss lady, that I really appreciated you turning me on to the Soul Train channel. That was an awesome, awesome show. Um, Also, I was talking about the movie The Bad Seed with Patty McCormick. That was a good movie. And I was saying that the video before this video, it would have been like 2 weeks since I posted. And I really do want to post more, but it's hard to explain. It feels like an elephant is sitting on me. Like it's so heavy. And I want to talk and I want to have fun and hang out, but it's just really difficult. It's really difficult. I'm not the type of person that will give up. I will say I need a timeout, but I'm not the type of person that will give up. It takes a lot for me to buck. It really does. Um but when I finally do, it is what it is, you know? It is what it is. Where are we? Oh, you don't think you've seen that movie? Okay. It's a good movie, black and white. Um, Boss Lady, New Jersey. Watermelon Sugar said, I'm so tired I can't see straight. I only got a couple hours of sleep because my kids wouldn't let me sleep. Oh, oh. Regina said to both of you guys, y'all are funny. Love you all. We cut a fool all night. Girl, tell me about it. We got caught in the moment. LOL. See, what I was saying to her, boss lady, is there are some people that I can vouch for, and there are some people that I cannot vouch for. I can vouch for Watermelon Sugar. I can. She's good people. She has a good heart. She's not about the BS. and she loves her family. And she's the same way that I met her years ago. I've known Watermelon Sugar for quite a few years. No, it's not on Netflix. You may be able to pull it up on YouTube. You may be able to pull it up on YouTube. The other black and white movie that I like is To Kill a Mockingbird. Have you ever watched that before, To Kill a Mockingbird? The what movie, Gina? The Bad Seed with Patty McCormick. Um, I love that To Kill a Mockingbird. Um, that had, what was his name? Gregory Peck, I think his name was. And he had two children. The Bad Seed. Yes. And Gregory Peck is a lawyer. And he had a case where a black man was charged with beating up and raping a white woman. Come to find out, it was not, did not beat her up or rape her. Someone else did it, but he got blamed for it. And the lady who was supposed to have been, well, a young girl who was supposed to have been assaulted, um, she went along with saying that he did it. And it was a very prejudiced town, and you know, they didn't think he was going to get a fair break anyway. And he had his own family. So the young lady, she would keep asking him to bring her different things, as he was walking by. And he was kind of scared to go in there because she was in there by herself. So she would find little odds and ends for him to do, but she was fantasizing about this man. I don't think that she had ever been with a man. So she was fantasizing about this man. And during those times, there was no interracial anything. So he went on and he took the black man's case. And of course, the father comes up there, the daughter comes up there, and the jury is all white jury. So with those type of morals and values, just the thought of a black man being with a white woman, of course they just want to kill him, period. But I'm telling you, she lied. He was not the one that beat her up. Come to find out, it was her father that beat her up because he caught her trying to get with this man. And he was so mad that she would do something like that, he beat the tar out of her. And they blamed the black man. Gina said if you all don't have it, you can download the free streaming app Peacock. It has a lot of different genres of movies, TV selections, etc. Yeah, boss lady, it was like Rosewood. Remember Rosewood, where um they were trying to say that the man had did something to the white lady and she was married, and come to find out she was sneaking with this white guy and he beat her up. But she said it was a black man that did it. And so many people lost their lives through behind it. Yeah, it was like that. It reminds me of Rosewood, but it wasn't as graphic. And, a lot of people didn't lose their lives as a result of it. But still, it was based on a white female who made false accusations about a black man doing something to her. They were trying to say, they were trying to pin it on him, and one of his arms wasn't even working completely. So the way she was hit and everything, that would be the arm, like if you're left handed or right handed, and he wasn't even able to use that arm like that. So, of course, he was still found guilty, that. And he got afraid. And they said that he started to run and they shot him. But the man was innocent. And I normally don't like movies where an innocent person, you know, gets found guilty and they're penalized or hurt in some way because of a lie. But it was the father that beat her down like that. But yeah, that movie Dead Seed is pretty good. Let me see. I like stand up comedy, so I go through Netflix and I find the stand up comedy. I love y'all, but I'm about to fall out. Go ahead, sweet pea. You fine. I appreciate seeing you and thank you for coming over. If you don't mind, hit the like button for me. Yeah, so no, I'm not going to delete my channel, but I'll come on and I'll let you guys know how I'm doing in intervals, I believe. So it won't be as often. And I was thinking maybe later on tonight I may do a Dear Crystal, which I haven't done that in a minute. Yes, please go get some rest, baby. Get some rest. So yeah, I was thinking about later on tonight doing a Dear Crystal. I love doing these things. I love, being able to come on and, talk about what it is I choose to talk about. And it's much easier, when you have someone engaging with you. But it just seems like a job. It just seems like it's very heavy. It gets in my chest sometimes. But I have to let you guys know that I'm still taking my medicine. My appetite is still good, and I don't know. I don't know what they're going to do because my numbers are getting higher. I don't know what they're going to do about that. I just hope and pray that I don't have to go back on the intravenous medicine. I had showed in one of my videos how I received the chemo when I had to go in the hospital to get it. It goes into a port that is they put it in my chest and they thread it through the jugular vein, and you have to push the needle into my chest in order for me to receive the medicine. I don't receive it in my arms or anything. It's a lot easier because when you have a person that's kind of hard to stick, the port is the best thing, you know. I sure hope she goes and gets some rest because she's been putting in some time. She's been putting it in. So, do you have anything you want me to talk about on Dear Crystal, Gina? You have an idea? I'd love to hear it. I have a few ideas. But I do want to hear from you guys. Sometimes, sometimes you just have to take stock of what it is that you're doing. Hold on for 1 minute. I have to answer the phone. Sorry about that. I had to answer the phone. Um, I think that I'm going to continue to do videos when I can and let you guys know what's happening. So far, it's only been a few side effects. When I talk, it feels like my mouth and my jaw is like really tight. So I have to really work hard on pronun- pron- my pronunciation. That's the word. Okay. I can't think of any at the moment. Something may come to me later. Okay, love. Yeah. So I eat ice a lot, and sometimes I'm talking to you guys with ice in my mouth. But dry mouth is one of those side effects. But right now, um I remember this the last time that I had chemo, when I had the bone pain. And what they said for me to take is really weird. They said to take a Claritin, and that would help with the bone pain. And I'm like, isn't Claritin for allergies and stuff like that? And they say, yeah, but it also helps with the bone pain from chemotherapy. I remember it had worked the first time I was doing it, but this time it's not. So I hope it's not anything that, will totally derail what I'm trying to do. But I know that God got me covered. I got some great people in my life, and I just have to continue to think positive. Sometimes I think too far ahead, and I'm like, oh my God, I got to do this for 2 years. 2 years. And that's what I keep saying. And I'm like, no, Crystal, you don't. You do it one day at a time. Just do it one day at a time. So I'm working with it one day at a time. Uh, I cook, but I don't cook a lot. But when I do cook, I try to make something that'll last for a couple of days so I can just go back to it. But I think tonight I'm just gonna have the pot pies, the banquet pot pies. I like those. And what I should have picked up when I went shopping was um a Stouffer's lasagna. This Stouffer's lasagna is pretty good. I don't like the vegetarian one. I like the other one. But it's like when you eat things with certain meat products, it doesn't taste like meat. It just tastes weird. And I don't know whether it's just my taste buds, and that is another side effect, um, or not, because even the what is it called? The ravioli and the different things like that in the can, the meat doesn't taste right. So those are the days I just have to figure out something that's not too strenuous, because earlier today I had some everything bagels. Um, Thomas's bagels were on sale for $1.99 a bag. So what I do is I just open up the bagel and I put butter on it, and then I put it in a pan and I brown it that way. Because to me, when it comes out of the toaster, it's not the same. But if you put it in a pan and brown it, it seems to be better. I may put some sliced ham and some cheese on it, or I may just make some eggs on the side. But I'm going to get me another bagel. That much I do know. But I've talked for an hour about absolutely nothing, and I thank you very much. I'm just going to give you what I have, and that's me. You know, I'm still fighting. I'm not going to stop fighting. I do have hope that God will do what it is He has been doing, and that's covering me from head to toe. I'm grateful that my mom got a negative COVID test. I have to get a COVID test on the 30th. And what I will say is, my doctors want me to get vaccinated, because if COVID was to hit me, it would hit me hard. And me recovering from something like that and taking the chemo and stuff where my immune system is very low, the chances would not be good. So I'm trying to get myself together so I can tell my doctor, yes, I'm ready to start the vaccinations. I know that I have to do it. I know that I do, but I just don't want to. You know what I bought at the store? A Boston butt. It's a large hunk of meat that you can make pulled pork with it. I made steaks out of it. Oh, cooked some for Sunday and froze the rest. Yummy. That sounds really good. That sounds really good. And you know what I also was thinking about? I was thinking about making a roast and slicing and cutting it up and making some gravy and getting some linguine noodles. And you pour the gravy and the pork over top of the linguine noodles. That's called a yak. And that's what we eat here: beef yak, pork yak. You can get chicken yak or shrimp yak. And that's really good. I enjoy that as well. But that's a good idea. Are the When you buy the Boston butts, are they expensive? See, if I get something, Regina, and you be cooking your butt off. Yes, she does. Um, when you slice them up and you can do different things with it, you know, that really, yeah, it saves money. It's cheaper when you buy meat in bulk and cut yourself. Exactly. That was my question, because I found some pork loins, and I got a nice sized pork loin for $8, and it was buy one and get one free. So the key is to find one. The first one, you get a nice one, right? A nice big one. And the second one, it has to be under the price in order to get it for free. So you want the smaller price as opposed to the bigger price. So basically, I just got two nice pork loins for eight something. And what I do is just like Regina was saying, I take it and I cut it myself and I put it in the freezer. So, I'll already have my meat portioned out for my meals. And it is cheaper. It is cheaper that way. It really is. I know. I think my mom has a slicer, so she can slice up her meat. I saw on a television show that this I watched what is it called? Triple D diners, drive-ins, and dives. Well, yeah, and I saw that this restaurant that he went to, they had smoked bologna. I'm like, smoked bologna? I never heard of that. Well, what they do is they put the bologna, they hang it up in a smoker. And when you go to eat it, it has that smoked taste to it. I said to myself, that sounds really, really good. Smoked bologna. But I've never seen in the stores where you can buy smoked bologna. But it sounds good. Sounds really good. See, around this time of year, I normally do a lot of baking. Uh Different things from scratch, like cakes or pies or cookies. I used to do a lot of that stuff with my grandkids. But they're happy and they're healthy and they're older and they want to do things differently. And Nana wants to wrap them up and just hug them all day, but these little folks is busy. They got jobs now and everything. So I'm glad I spent that quality time with them when they were younger. So they can experience making things from scratch. Everything is going up and shortages are coming, and here in some areas. Y'all make sure to start buying your essentials and stock up. Freeze and cut that meat. You got it. Absolutely. Yes, bulk is better. You're right, boss lady. Bulk is better. Hmm. I have a chest freezer and I have a regular freezer. I had wanted to get a bigger freezer. I still may, but yeah, it's time to start stocking up. It really is. And it seems to me that anymore when I order out, it didn't taste as good as it did the time before. And because there's a shortage coming, people are really starting to skimp. They're skimping on how they make things and they're cutting corners and using so many fillers and preservatives. It's crazy. It's really crazy. And I'm going to tell you what's really, really been high. Chicken wings. Chicken wings have been so high. And it's like, you can't, what they say? It was a shortage on chicken wings. And I'm like, okay, so I don't get it. The other parts of the chicken is fine, but it's the wings that they're having shortage on. So, okay. And I'm always looking for a bulk price for chicken wings. But those little niblets or the little pieces of chicken that you buy in a bag, I guess they're supposed to be cut. You have the flats and then you have like the little leg part that's on the wing. I'm telling you, the chicken wings have went up. They are expensive. It is cheaper to buy beef than to buy chicken wings. And I never thought I'd see today. Never thought I'd see today. But I wanted to get some beef neck bones and cook them in the oven, like barbecue them. They were so good. Oh my goodness, that was so good. But like I said, these are things I want to do, you know. Hopefully I'm able to, but these are the things I want to do. Um, I have some strawberries. I wanted to cut those strawberries up and sweeten them up and just have a bowl of strawberries, some whipped cream. But I'm always trying to find something different because I remember when I couldn't eat. I remember that, and that was horrible. So when I get a taste for something or I'd like to have something, I jump on it. I jump on it. If I can't do it, I ask somebody to help me. But I saw, boss lady, I saw a Instapot in ShopRite for $79. I didn't buy it, but I just saw it. And I'm like, okay, so they getting ready to mark these Instapots down. And I'm sure going to catch it. I'm sure going to catch it when they mark it down. But I'm trying to hold on for the Black Friday sales that I could take care of online. Chicken wings went really high in 2020, mainly because of sporting events were shut down, including tailgating. Don't be fooled. They want you to believe everything is almost back to normal. Not. Mm-hmm. You're right. Yeah, you told me about your Instapot, and it just makes me want one. I've heard different things about the Instapot, and when I think about that, I think about oxtails. I've never made oxtails before, but what I'll do is I'll be the one on YouTube and look at different ways that people make things and make it that way. But I'm gonna get me an Instapot before this year is out. I'm definitely gonna get one. Right now, I'm drinking this soda. I drink a lot of water, but I had a taste for a soda. So the soda that I'm drinking is Tahitian Treat. The Tahitian Treat sodas are very, very good. Um, just something different than what I normally have. Well, I don't know about everybody else, but this rain definitely makes me ache. Definitely. So I guess I'm gonna go to bed with Ben tonight. You know Ben. First name Ben, last name Gay. Mr. Ben Gay. Mm-hmm. What Regina, do you have an Instapot? And have you ever air fryer is another great investment. Cooks healthy and delicious. I have an air fryer. I do. I have an air fryer, and you can put a decent amount of food in it, and the air fryer is really good. I do like that. And I had got my son one, and once I got it for him and he started using it, he cooks everything in the air fryer. It's just that when I use the air fryer, whatever meat, yes, an Instapot is like a crock pot, but it's called Instapot, and it's supposed to do various things. And I wanted to make oxtails in an Instapot, but I'm not really sure how to make them, so I would find out how to make them. But and the Instapots are normally $100 and up. So the last price I saw was $79. So we'll see if anybody else can beat that price. But yeah, it's like a crock pot. And I heard somebody saying that they made oxtails in it and they came out so tender. Yes, I have a couple of crock pots. Yep. Mhm. Oh man. Nice to go to work. I get me a big old piece of meat. We say a hunk of meat. I used to say that. I'll get me a hunk of meat and I cut my vegetables up kind of thick and season the meat and put the amount of water in there that you need and put the top on it and put it on slow. And then when I come home, everything is done. I don't have to cook. Boss lady said I was confused when I heard Instapot. I was like, I've been had one, a good one. My sister gave me. Yeah, you was telling me about that. You was like, wait a minute, I got an Instapot. Yeah. So that's the when if I when I get one, because I'm going to get one. When I get one, the first meal I want to make in there is oxtails. I love oxtails. There's this Jamaican place that someone orders oxtails from, and they have oxtails, yams, and greens. So they were good. But I know one thing I will eat. I will eat it until the day I leave here, and that is seafood. I love seafood. So that will work for me. I guess you could put seafood in there and stuff. You could put pretty much anything in there. But yeah, it is like a crock pot. But it's a bit more advanced. It's a bit more advanced. Excuse me. Hmm. Soda is good. Ooh, sorry about that. Yeah. So I guess until I get it, it's time to pull out the crock pot, and that's all right with me. That's all right with me. I had one of those big, it was a roaster. I had this big roaster, and I put a couple racks of ribs in there and seasoned them up. And boy, when I came back, them ribs was falling off the bone. Let me see. Yes, you can cook your meats or greens, stews, etc. in the Instapot and or crock pot and let it slow cook all day while at work and come home to a delicious meal. Exactly. Exactly. Yep. Absolutely. And I do remember cooking some greens in the crock pot. Oh, that was so good. And the actual the actual green beans, the fresh ones that you snap, or either the frozen ones, but I had snapped some green beans and seasoned it up and just went on and did what I had to do. And then when it was time to eat, I wasn't trying to figure out what it is I wanted to eat because I already had it together. But I had did the green beans, white potatoes, and I've used it with beef and I've used it with ham and just cooked them together. Has anybody ever had smoked turkey? Smoked turkey is good as well. That's pretty good. But yeah, I'm starting to notice that the beef is cheaper. The beef and the pork is cheaper than the chicken. So, and I always have fish. I always have fish in my house. Always have fish. So that part I don't have to worry about. As a matter of fact, I got too much fish, but I like the tilapia, I like the flounder, and I like the sway or swai. I'm not sure how you say it. I like that. Um, Codfish is all right, but I mainly eat cod. Like if I go to a restaurant or something and I get corn, I mean, if I go to a restaurant and I get fish and chips, that's the fish that they use for fish and chips, the codfish. So some decent corn on the cob. I'm sitting in here steady talking about food. Me and my greedy stuff, but I eat all the stuff that I tell y'all that I eat, but my weight remains the same, but I'm not as weak as I was before. So what I'm doing is I'm going shopping and I'm going to buy me something that fits. And it's starting to get cold out there, so all the clothes that I wore last year, I can't wear at all. It's almost like I can step into one leg and have the other leg just empty. Hold on for a minute, my phone's ringing. Okay, guys, I got to get ready to go. I need to make that phone call. I know you don't miss that way. Yes, I do. I do. I miss it. I really do. And I don't know how weird that sounds, but I do. Um, I get around a lot better, and things like that, and yeah, I am wearing smaller clothes, but it's like I almost don't know how to be this small because when I see myself, I think that people see me how I see me, and I see me as looking sick. Like my face is very thin and narrow, and I'm much smaller. What my doctors were talking about was my attitude. If I think it, then I can be it. And some days I think it's cool, certain things I do or wear or whatever. I think it's cool. But because I know how I lost it, maybe that's what it is. But it's a healthy weight for me. It is. It's a healthy weight. And I'm grateful. I really am. But it's just, I do miss, I do miss my, no, I definitely find ways to make the best of it. I do. As a result of losing so much weight, my diabetes is practically gone. It's practically gone. It's like when I have to take my medicine for the diabetes, I have to be careful. I have to I have to take it like half or something. The sound is messing up. What sound, baby? My sound? Yeah, I have to half the medicine. And like one night I was talking to boss lady and I messed around and I took too much of the medicine and my blood sugar went low and it was like I was practically crawling on the floor. And she definitely reminded me to make sure that I got my emergency necklace. So if anything like that was to happen, I will be able to call for help. And right after that, because I had to hurry up and make me something to eat, and I was so dizzy. And it's a miracle that I was able to. It's a miracle that I was able to make something to eat and come back and eat it. But it was very scary when my sugar went low like that. So I do have my emergency necklace in place. Everything is updated. So I have to wear it at all times. So that's cool. But it was very scary, and I'm glad, I had somebody to talk to when that was happening, because I just felt like I was fading. Ugh. It's not a good feeling. Okay. Gina said, yes, now the sound is okay. Maybe it was on my end. All good now. Okay, babe. Not a problem. I enjoyed talking to you guys, and hopefully I'll hang out with my girl later on tonight. But the day after Sunday, anything but Monday, you know, just experiencing some bone pain, but I'm grateful and thankful to still be here and talk to good, positive people. That helps a lot. So maybe later on tonight, I'll do a Dear Crystal. I'll figure out what I'm going to do in here in the kitchen, and we'll do a Dear Crystal. Will you be able to come back, Gina? Regina. I'm sorry. My sister's name is Regina, and we call her Gina. I apologize. I would really love it if you were able to come back. You're one of those people that I love seeing in my chat, because you engage, you ask questions, and you offer information, and that's really good. What time is it? 8 o'clock. Um, maybe 11, maybe 10. 10. We'll work on 10. Mm-hmm. Oh, I think I can squeeze one in. I may even get a chance to do Tell It Like It Is Tuesday. So guys, I'm gonna get ready to come off of here because I have to make this phone call. But thanks for coming over and hanging out. We was just talking, just back and forth, just chilling. So hopefully I'll see you guys around 10 o'clock. Everybody have a good night. Love, peace, and chicken grease. I'll tell you what, I will try to be here when you come back tonight. Great. Thank you, Gina. Thank you so much. See y'all. Deuces. Thank you, boss lady. Thank you, Watermelon Sugar, for your presence. Thank you all. I'll see you later on.